Nope.
How about now?
Nope.
How about... Oh! Hello there. Very supreme broadcast of Honor family. My name is Dr.Clavavian. You may have known me from previous YouTube videos or something somewhere similar. Mike of the Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor was nice enough to lend me his stream for another story time with Dr. Clavavian. This evening we are running a little bit late as Nvidia is a piece of shit and thinks that they can just go around auto-installing video drivers like a fucking twat. I apologize greatly. A recent addition to the story time with Dr. Clavavian, as you can see, is the chat on the screen, and now I'm able to see what your words are, the words that you're speaking, the words coming out of your fingers. You're throwing undergarments at the screen, throwing undergarments at the screen, and it's not coming to me now. But I appreciate tonight's unofficial sponsor is Malibu Caribbean rum with mango flavored liqueur, pre-mixed. It's not as warm as Amaretto, my favorite, and a bonus piece of information. A bonus piece of information for you is this expired in 2007. But it's still good. So hello to everybody. Hope that you have a drink with you today. Now the first thing I wanted to address after the fact that Nvidia is a piece of shit. There was a few questions about my accent last time. A few questions about the authenticity of my accent. And let me tell you something. I was born Dr. Clavavian, and I was born in the UK, England. England. Alright? I lived in Northern England, I lived in Southern England, Eastern England, and Western England, all while growing up. I then moved to Australia and New Zealand. And then I made my way over to North America, to Texas. It's very hot. It's very sticky and sweaty there. Also, I moved to the Yukon in Canada. So my accent is a mishmash of accents. If you hear it going from one place to another, that's why. Okay? But I live in the UK. I met Mike and Higgins while in an airport, and they were both generous enough to allow me to use this stream last time. Alright? Okay? So here we are again. Mike was generous enough to pay for my ticket, give me lodgings, and provide the alcohol, which is expired in 2007. Did I mention that? Delicious Malibu Caribbean rum with a mango flavored liqueur. 21% alcohol per volume. Now, I won't listen to the haters. I'm only going to drink the alcohol of pure deliciousness. It's delicious and is going to make me feel right at home here. I have many stories for you this evening. I may go a little later than I'd planned because of the stupid fucking NVIDIA drivers who think they can just install the fucking drivers anytime they want and fuck it up and really ruin the computer. So we may go a little longer if anyone else feels like being around. Now, hello to you all. I see you all typing away in the stream. I sound nothing like Mike. I sound nothing like him. Does he sound like he has an accent from every country in the world all at once? I don't think so. Now, if you're not familiar with what I do here, this is Dr.Clavavian's story time on the very supreme broadcast of honor. We don't play video games. Okay? I don't play video games. What I do here is something different. I tell my stories and I illustrate them. I'm going to show you what I do now. I'm going to give you a taste. And also, I've gotten an update. Last time we were using MS Paint. And now we are using Photoshop. It's an update. Blah, 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 blah. Alright? I have the power. I have the power. I have the power to erase things and bring them back to life. Oh, what did I do here? No, wrong. Inappropriate. Inappropriate. You son of a bitch. You son of a bitch. I've made a grievous error in my setup, which I will rectify immediately. Immediately. There. Supreme? What does that mean? Jeremiah 93 John has made a donation to the stream. Thank you very much for your donation. It did not tell me how much you donated, Jeremiah. It did not show me how much you donated, but thank you. I will pass this information on to Mike. What I'm going to do now for Mike is to put the donation and follow and other things onto the screen, so if somebody follows, we can do it. We can see them. Okay? Jeremiah John donated to the stream. It came down with the on my screen, but not on yours. I apologize. You'll see it. You'll see it very soon, and I'm not sure how much the donation was for, so I can't properly thank them. This is the first time we've gotten a donation on the stream, I believe. I'm going to ask Mike about that. He's nodding to me. Yes, it's the first time there's been a donation during the stream with the alert. I want to check that out for him in a moment. Now, let me continue on. I was trying to see if I could see how much was donated, but I was not able to achieve this in a timely fashion, so I apologize. There we are. Everything is kosher. Everything is grand. Cheers. Cheers. Everybody raise their glass to Jeremiah John right now. Please, if you would, please. Please, if you would. He followed. Welcome him to the family because he also followed. And he also, I believe he donated. I see that he followed for sure. All right. We're ready. I'm going to show you what I do now. What the fuck? Wrong. Incorrect. First of all, the first thing you must do when using Photoshop is to create a layer. Alright. No! It looks like a giant turd! What is happening there? No! Fuck! There we are. New layer! New layer. Layer 2. Fine. Fuck you. Shut up. Alright. Now. Okay, Jeremiah only followed, so the alert system is broken somehow. I apologize, there was an update to the alert system. He did not donate. I revoke that. He did not donate. He only followed. For some reason. Okay, let's get on with this because it's been far too long already. So what I do is I tell stories using illustrations. Here we are. Drunk on Duff Beer. Right click on the video and select quality and then low. Try that if you would. Alright. Colors. We need colors. And first of all, I like black. Yes. Mike, could you pour me some more Malibu, please? As previously mentioned, my name is Dr.Clavavian. I have many stories to tell, and tonight we're going to tell you a few stories from my compendium. So good. Straight up Malibu rum. Straight up. I'm very well. Reese, thank you. Your name is Reese. Mike is telling me from the side. He's sitting beside me. He's vowed not to talk. So, here we are. Tonight's first story is a story of great happiness. It's a story of a woman down on her luck. She had problems in her life. Her name. Her name, you ask. Mirabell. No, you fuck. Oh my god, we're off to a smashing start here. Mirabell! Hello, Mirabell. There you are. Beautiful woman. Really grand woman here. Mirabell. This is the story of Mirabell. Oh, you fucking twat. This is the story of Mirabell. Mirabell, come off stage, Mirabell. Off stage. One day, Mirabell was a happy, happy person. Strolling along the streets, thinking to herself, what a beautiful world. Why, look right over here. Look right over here. Oh, you fucking asshole. What have I done? Mirabell was happy for once in her lifetime. She had found herself three things in her life. One thing was a tree. This was no ordinary... What the f... This was no ordinary tree. It had the trunk of magnificence. It was almost a perfect triangle. Yes, except for a few lines there. It was almost a perfect triangle on the trunk. And that made her very, very happy indeed. Next, leaves of beautiful green, swirling and twirling around with... You could see through them. It was the first thing. It's the first thing that made her happy in her life. The second thing that made her happy in her life was a flower. This flower was a special flower. Because it had beautiful, dark blue petals like you've never seen. Beautiful, courageous petals. Beautiful. Beautiful flower. And the third thing that made her so happy in her life was the sun. Gorgeous golden sun. Three things that made her very happy. Part of the problem. Part of the issue in her life. Something that happened to her made her feel upset and sad. And it wiped the smile clean off of her face. She was no longer happy. She was quite sad. Her frown was a little bit askew. Her frown was a little bit perplexing. But there's a reason why she was sad. What the f... The sun disappeared from the sky. The flower was picked and turned into mulch, and the tree rotted from the inside out. Disgusting. Disgustingly so. It was oozing. Poor Mirabell. Come with me, Mirabell. Come with me. Mirabell was having a bad day. She was sad. 3 favorite things were upset and disappeared from her life. She didn't know what she was going to do. So, she flew through the air. No, that's not correct. You thought she was flying. No. No, that's not correct. She laid down on the ground. She laid down. She laid down upon the ground. And cried. She cried for 2 months. She cried and filled up her entire bedroom with water. Until she was floating in water. She was a very good swimmer, luckily, but her entire room was full of tear water. Very salty. Lots of salt. While she was floating there in the water, while she was laying there sad and crying still after months, thinking about the sun and the flower and the tree that brought her such happiness. Suddenly, very, very suddenly and gradually, a giant red man came into her room, much bigger than her, much larger. Red eyes, red mouth, great big smile on his face. You must understand this in order to understand the story. The smile was gigantic. He was trying to eat the chat. But he had one thing left to say. One thing to say to Mirabell on this day. In red writing, Mirabell, don't be sad, because what do you think he said? Don't be sad. What do you think? Why do you think? He said don't be sad to Mirabell. And while you're thinking about it and discussing it in the chat, I'm going to pour myself another drink from my unofficial sponsor, Malibu. Malibu Caribbean rum with mango flavored liqueur. Expiry 2007. Very good guesses. All very, very good guesses. Jeremiah has now donated to the very supreme broadcast of honor. Congratulations to Jeremiah. Jeremiah has actually donated. Let me put that up on the screen. $10 from Jeremiah. $10. Thank you, Jeremiah. Many burritos to you from the Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor. Mike, who runs Very Supreme Broadcast of Honor, is sitting next to me. He wants to say a few words. Mike, if you would. Yeah, hey guys. I hope you're having a good time with Dr. Clavavian. He's here to entertain you guys. Sorry it was late. Thanks, Jeremiah, for the donation. You're really awesome. Way to go, buddy. Many burritos to you. You're the best. And yeah, so without further ado, I'm gonna pass it back to Dr. Clavavian to finish up. Okay? So thanks, Jeremiah. You're really cool. Thanks a lot. Get the fuck out of here. Okay? You're hogging the microphone. I told you. Once I get on the rum, it's a little bit upset. Alright? No, Mike is here. I've said this from the beginning. I said from the beginning that he was next to me in the room. And I've been shouting at him about the expiry date for some time. Jeremiah, thank you. Thank you very much. It's appreciated. The support is wonderful. Now, back to the story. Back to the story. The big red man said, Mirabell, don't be sad. Also, Jeremiah, Mike has just whispered to me that you will be entered into the donors draw. You will get put into a draw for a game at the end of this month. So thank you. And also check your burrito points, everybody. Mike just passed me a piece of paper that said, check your burrito points if you could, please. Exclamation mark burrito points. You can tell Jeremiah how to go about this. All right. The red person there said, Mirabell, don't be sad. Don't be sad because I stole your son, your tree, and your flower. I did it! But don't be sad. What in the hell is going on? Don't be sad, Mirabell. Please don't be. Please don't be sad. Even though I stole them, because I will give them back to you right now. I will give them back to you now. Here you go. Here you are. Here's your tree. Don't fret, Mirabell. Don't be sad. Don't be so sad right now. Please. Here's your tree. The perfect trunk. Here it is. No reason to fret. It's got a little bit damaged after I stole it. Got a little bit damaged, but it's going to be fine, Mirabell. So the big red man placed it down on the ground. Also, the flower, which Mirabell really, really liked. Dark blue petals, if you remember. Yes. Dark blue petals. And also a sun. He stole the sun, that son of a bitch. There it is. It's back. Well, Mirabell didn't know what to do with herself. Clearly. She was astounded that a giant man with red eyes and red mouth and red head and body would steal her son, her tree and her flower, come into her room when she's crying in a pool of tears, and laugh at her in the face. Though she was done crying, she was still perplexed. She was still perplexed as to why somebody would steal her things that she loved so much in this life. Why? Why would you do this? She said. It was simple. It was simple, the man in red said. You like these things so much that you walked right by. You walked completely ignored this, which was on the ground beside the tree, beside the flower, in the sunshine. You completely ignored this. A $5 bill. How dare you? How dare you? How dare you do this? How dare you do this? Mirabell! Mirabell! What have you done? $5 bill. I took your happiness away because you did not pick up the $5 bill. Is that clear enough for you? Is that clear? The red man proceeded to pick up the $5 bill. He retook the tree. He retook the flower. He retook the sun away. And vanished into the night. And as he was leaving, he said this one thing. You, Mirabell, are a sucker. Sucker. You are a sucker, Mirabell! I took your $5. I took your tree and flower and sun away again, and the $5. Now you know why you're sad. Moral of this story, the moral of Mirabell, the moral is quite simple to understand. Do not pass up free money on the street, because that is true happiness, to find $5 that you didn't have, and you like other things, but maybe you would like $5 better. You would like $5 better than some of the other things. There's always going to be trees. They will never go anywhere. Flowers, they're always going to be there. You understand me? The sun will always be there. But $5, pick up the $5 and don't be a sucker. That is the moral of that story. Do you understand? Is this clear? This is the moral of that story, and I learned this lesson the hard way. I'm sharing these stories with you. That's the end of that story. And I hope that you'll understand the moral of that story. Raise your glass. Everybody raise your glass. Jeremiah, our new follower and donator. Cheers to you, first of all, on the very supreme broadcast of honor. Mike just handed me another piece of paper, wanting to remind everyone that we'll see you on Friday for the late stream, where we actually play games. But if you're having a drink, raise your glass. If you're not, raise your glass anyway. Go get one. What's your problem? Oh. I want to thank again Mike for the expired alcohol, and also Malibu rum, Caribbean rum with mango flavored liqueur, which I'm drinking this evening. Cheers. Cheers. Cheers to all of you this evening. Hope that your evening is going well.